Hello. Welcome back to a long awaited Crackheads of Facebook Marketplace. This is the visual equivalent of Joe Dirt in the hole at Buffalo Bob's house reading an auto trader. Okay, that's what this is. Now, let's begin, shall we? And what we're going to be doing is looking through my local marketplace. So we've got, oh, hang on. I got to change my display setting. This should make it look a little better for you guys. There we go. All right. This is my local marketplace here, as we can see. And what we're going to be looking at is, um, just people that don't lowball them. They know what they got. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing. So, is everybody there? Can they all see and hear and everything's looking good on your end? Then I'm gonna get started here. So as we can see, this is my marketplace that shows up. My home screen. It's quite indicative of who I am. We have everything from a '79 Ranchero, a 440 big block, a 455 Pontiac, a golf cart, some land in the middle of nowhere, and what do we got here? A Sears air compressor with looks like a shotgun attached to it. I don't know. Turbocharged mini Jeep caught my eye though. Now, I know this isn't what we're really going to be looking at, but this is really cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's not for me necessarily, but pretty cool nonetheless. So now we're going to find some good deals here and there in our adventures. And then that's okay. We're going to point out the good deals too. I mean, not everybody's a crackhead, but there does seem to be more crackheads than normal out lately. But here's the way I search for stuff on Marketplace is I just go by year. I'm not like brand specific or anything. I like all kinds of cars. So I'm I just kind of look for, I don't know, anything. And I got to pull something up on my phone here. But I just look by year. I mean, my year range is like 55 to probably 85, and anything outside of that, I'm not very interested in. So let's start at 55, and let's look for anything that catches our eye here. Uh, let's see what we got here. All right, 9,500 for a 58 Ford Fairlane. All right, it's a 4-door, springtime trim, Interceptor motor. It's lacquer paint. I can tell in the pictures that it is checking and peeling. So needs paint. It has an older respray on it for sure, but overall pretty clean. Not bad. Not worth anywhere near $9,500. But I wouldn't call this a crackhead. This is just someone who threw a number out there and they don't know what the car's worth. It runs and drives. You can see mouse poop in the floorboard over there. It's been sitting. But I don't know. I don't consider this a crackhead. Now, that engine is the wrong color. They wouldn't have been blue in 1958. That if that were an Interceptor engine, it would be black and gold. I believe. Someone may correct me, but that doesn't look right to me. Yeah, not a crackhead. I mean, you're talking almost $10,000 for that car, and that is all day long a $4,000 car. That's just the way it is. It's a 4-door. If it was a 2-door, it'd be a different story. I know. People are all about the 4-doors are cool too. I mean, I own 4-doors, man. They're cool. They're fine, but they're worthless. They're just not worth as much. Like this guy. Here, what we got here? Oh, we got a home movie on this one. So we got a 55 Pontiac Chieftain. We got a 30-year-old Earlshire paint job on it. Original miles and condition. Not a chance. No dents. Great or good paint. 287 V8. Uh, yeah, calls only. Original miles, 120,000 of them. Picture brought to you by Potato. He wants $11,500 for this. It has a blanket covering the front seat. The door panels are faded or something. This whole interior of this car has been rattle canned. See, he doesn't understand what cars actually looked like back then. You'll note that the car is kind of a dark blue or black. The front bumper's painted. It would have been chrome. The rear bumper is also painted. Also would have been chrome. And then the interior of the car is spray bombed like Ford blue. It looks like Ford tractor paint blue to me. And we got the custom air cleaner that does absolutely nothing on here. It's all original miles and condition, though. It has an aftermarket alternator on it instead of a generator, which is an upgrade. But, it's missing a notable amount of things. You can almost guarantee that this car here, he says it runs and drives. I guarantee if I drove it, I would be scared to death of it because it would have terrible brakes. It's going to be just your typical guy drives 2 miles to a cruise night and nothing more than that, car. And he wants $11,500 for that. That is a $2,500 car all day long. It's a 4-door 55 Pontiac. Nobody wants that. I mean, let's see if we can find a better example. Like here, like this. This is a desirable car, a 57 Chevy, although it is a 210 post. Note the post. It has a B pillar, okay? B pillar means, not nearly as desirable as a hardtop. And clearly quite crusty. However, it's a 57 Chevy. Now, 4,500 might be a little bit steep, but I mean, if it had a title or something, yeah, it's worth it. It's a 57 Chevy. Car like that is worth it. Car like 4-door 55 Pontiac with painted bumpers, not worth it. What else do we got? We got any other? I'm going to get out of the 50s in a moment. And the good thing about Facebook Marketplace these days is that you type in whatever you want on the thing, and it'll show you all kinds, everything except for what you searched for. It will show you. What do we got? Any other lunatics in here? 63 Bel Air for $10,000. $99.50. 383 aluminum head stroker. It's got the pimp wheels on it. All right. It's it's got the Impala deck lid, but I don't think it's an Impala because it's a post. Turbo 350, 7 out of 10, but it's got 20s on it. Anyway, that is a car. That is technically a vehicle. Oh, it's got, that looks like I did that on the roof. Oh, 7 out of 10 interior with the wrong bucket seats in it. Just all cobbled together and slapped together. That's garbage. Okay. I mean, like, this car is not worth anything. It's worth 5, maybe. But again, like half of what they're asking. That's what that car is worth. Now, are there any good deals in here at all? I mean, we'll look into some 60s stuff in a minute, but that's potentially something right there. T-Bucket, $12,000. It looks like it's pretty well done. I don't know if anybody actually likes these things anymore, but I think it's kind of cool that it's got a small block Ford in it. The tunnel ram is cool. I mean, need some TLC. I'm sure it's a death trap, but that could be fun. I don't know about 12 grand, but you could probably offer the guy 9 and meet somewhere in the middle and end up making a deal. But again, does anybody want T-Buckets anymore? I don't. I think a lot of these cars, the fan base for them has been dead for quite some time. And people still think they're worth money, but they aren't. It's kind of, oh, here we go. All right, you see this here? This is like a 90s pro touring looking, or not pro touring, what would you call that? Like a street rod, street machine. I don't know. Everything in the 90s was this color. And like that's very nice. Pro Street. It's a Pro Street look. But you know, like this. Look at this. Ugh, it's horrible. It's just horrible. It's a cool truck. Don't get me wrong. It's neat, but 327 in it. It's got Art Morrison 4-link. Is anybody actually buying that truck for $48,000? I think the market for that truck is gone. I have no doubt about it. They probably got way more than $48,000 in that thing, but I think that market is gone. We got here 66 Tempest, $11,000 for this car. Run, drive, brake, work. Great. See, spelling and punctuation will take you a long ways in life, okay? If you take the extra 2 seconds to make it seem like you might be just barely capable of English, it will help you sell your car. And maybe I won't make fun of you on here. But this is a decent car, but it says nothing about it. For one, it's a Tempest, all right? It's a Post. Again, this is something I think younger guys don't understand as much, is there's a 2-door hardtop is far more desirable than a 2-door Post. We have the typical no carpet, okay? You can see through the floor, no door panels. They're the wrong seats out of God knows what, out of a junkyard. Typical garbage crap. And we got the crappy Mr. Gasket shifter in it and a homemade console. You know he made that out of plywood. Crappy Grant GT steering wheel. You know absolutely none of the electrical stuff works in this car. And a small block Chevy. So you now have a small block Chevy in the Pontiac, therefore just removing any value that car may have had. That car is worth maybe... Oh, hang on. I'll get into that in a minute. That is something else. I don't even care. Hang on. All right. There's a phone number. I could call them, but I'm not going to. So this, 11,000 firm on this car. If that's the case, I'm rich. All right. I have multiple Pontiac A-body cars. They're all nicer than this by a lot. Having the Chevy in it alone kills the value. 66 Pontiac Tempest, have tail end to clone to GTO, has 350 69 roller engine. What the hell does that mean? They didn't have roller cams in 69. What? Rebuild, 12,000 miles rebuild, 10 miles on transmission with stall converter. That car is worth $5,000 at most. At absolute most. You'd be better off pulling the motor, selling it separately, and then selling the shell of the car for $2,500. Now, this looks like a potential deal right here. I'm going to click on this. 59 Edsel. And you got to be kind of an odd duck to be into an Edsel. That's for sure. However, I see a couple things about this car right away. The glass is good. The glass is what will get you on these things, all right? That's expensive. I mean, it's flat in the sides, but you still have to have it made. Straight 6, starts and runs, is a project. All original. He paid $3,000 for it 3 years ago, taking any respectful offers. That means that this dude here is at least open to negotiation. $3,000 is a little much for the car. You can tell that the quarter is, I don't know if he's going to give us a close-up of it, but it doesn't look good. But that interior is halfway decent. It's an automatic. It's really not that bad in there. Looks like it come out of a barn or something. But if we look right here, we can see that wheel opening is missing and the rear bumper is bent. But, if the guy was good enough to work with, which it sounds like he might be, maybe you offer him $2,000 and you come home with a 59 Edsel wagon. Look at that back window. You know how hard that is to find? And the tailgate isn't rotten away. This tailgate, the back lenses, the lights, the housings, and that back window, that's where your money's at in that car. Everything else is just kind of icing on the cake. but that tailgate is probably worth $1,000. That's a good deal. And I'm almost talking myself into it, just sitting here. It's local to me. Here's one that's up my buddy Jesse's alley, Atomic Air Motors, 53 Dodge Coronet. It's a Hemi car. It'd be a red Ram. Four-door. Engine's locked up. Floorboards need to be fixed. It's a fixer-upper. Has a title. $500. Look at that. Wow, look at that. Look at that seat. That seat is really nice. That's a good deal. I mean, I'm not even into these things, but hell, I'd buy that for $500. That's a pretty sharp car. Got a whole movie of it. Brought to you by Potato Vision 3000. Yeah, I mean, we'll move on from that, but hell, somebody ought to snatch that up. It's in Independence, Missouri. Who else has got a... Let's find... We need some more positive stuff, okay? I can't just be on here just ripping on people. 70 Olds 98. Daily driver for sale. Okay, now, folks, I'm going to... Hang on. Stop the video for a second. All right. It's not for sale, okay? That's not the way. It's for sale. Sale, not sell. You sell something. You don't sale something. Okay, we learned this in like third grade. All right, I know sometimes we need a refresher, and it's okay. But just, it's not for sale. It's for sale. All right? Yeah, little things like that will make people take you somewhat seriously, all right? But otherwise, pretty sharp car. Got aluminum intake on it. Needs a little work. Sounds like he drives it every day. 4,000 as is, or trade. 78,000 miles, he claims. Which, I think that's possible. Looks pretty decent. Seats are nice. It's clean. The only thing I did notice, it's kind of funny, is this carburetor is one of those Amazon knockoff carburetors, and that intake is also an Amazon knockoff intake. But hey, if it works, it works. What else we got on here? Here, for the first 58 Fairlane crackhead who thought his car was worth $1 million, here's a 58 Fairlane two-door hardtop. That car is worth something. That is a desirable car. It's got a motor in it. No title, but we can fix that with Jared, the title guy. If you watch my normal videos, you see me promote him quite often. If you're in here, Jared, feel free to pop a link. It's not perfect, but that's not bad. That car is savable. Ooh, somebody, that's a big bullet that made that hole. Big one. It's not terrible. I've always had a thing for a 58 Ford. It's one of my favorite cars. I just think they're really cool looking. And they're a little cleaner, a little more subtle than some of the other cars of the era. They're just a nice, respectable car. I'm going to change my search to, let's go to the 1962 and see what that brings up. We got any more crackheads? I mean, that is a crackhead for sure. This could be a crackhead. Let me look here. When people want $10,000 for things, that's usually a good crackhead number. 62 Grand Prix, rebuilt 400, so not original. Turbo 350, no miles on engine, so it doesn't run. It runs. Needs finished. Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm sure that's why he, has never driven it. Posi track. It'll be a safety track in a Pontiac. Yep, well, it's still got the that strange rear end they had. Looks beautiful, though. Look at this thing underneath. All right, you see that? The floors are good. It's got a new drive shaft in it, and he would have had to have done that to put the Turbo 350 in. I wonder if he doesn't have a new crossmember in it as well, because these cars came with the Slim Jim 4-speed automatic originally, and they don't really, well, they'll fit a Turbo 350, but you got to modify quite a bit of stuff. No carpet, door panels are kind of rough. Seats are nice. All Grand Prix are bucket seat floor shift cars. looking, yeah, it's just missing some stuff, $10,000 is not out of the question. If he could prove receipts on that engine, uh, that's not out of the question for that car. That car finished, which it needs body and paint work. It doesn't really show anything about the body, but I can see enough to know it's not perfect. That car finished would probably bring $20,000 or $25,000. So he's not too far off base. It'd be worth maybe 75. Maybe you may work out a deal. Now, this crackhead, on the other hand, doesn't even know what engine's in it. V8, 283, I believe. No. Starts, runs, drives, and sounds good. Not a show car. It's a four-door. It's a post, my guy. $11,500 listed 14 weeks ago. You're kidding. I wonder why. That is absolutely insane. Okay, I get it. I bet this guy's got $11,000 in this car. And that's your problem, not our problem as buyers. It looks nice. It's a nice looking 62 Impala four-door post. But you know what you have at the end of the day is a 62 Impala four-door post. Nobody cares if it's nice or not. The value's not there. It would have to be absolutely, totally pristine and original to bring that kind of money, and it's not. It's got this goofy piece of crap Mr. Gasket floor shifter in it that they love so much. They just put a little piece of rubber over the column shift nub. Not that I would do any different. Chrome, Mr. Gasket valve covers, air cleaner, alternator on it. It's been messed with. If that car was all original and had original mileage, low mileage, like 40, 50,000, it would bring that kind of money. But it's not that kind of car. And he's going to end up keeping that for a long time. Looking on the group there. And the guys, if you're asking other questions in the comments that are not related to this, I'm not going to be answering them. Most of them are answered elsewhere anyway. Oh, hey, look. It's a 76 Gran Torino Elite. Now, this is the car, and I gave $1,200 for mine, a few weeks ago. And everybody said, wow, that's a great deal. I can't ever find deals like that. Here we are. Look, here's one for $1,000. It's got a 351 Windsor in it. It's arguably in worse shape. It says $1,000 or best offer. You could give this guy $500 for this and haul it away. That's what I would do. But I wouldn't, because it's a Gran Torino Elite and they're like the ugliest car ever made. But mine was a pretty good car. And, there you go. You go what you got to do is you got to go outside and go make someone an offer, cash, in person. And you know what? They'll probably take it. So you call them up and say, hello, sir. Can we go look at your car? And then you actually go there. And then you make him an offer on it. It's revolutionary. I know. It's crazy. But that's how I get the good deals. It's got nothing to do with being a YouTuber. It's that I go and just go there and with cash and a trailer. That usually is all you got to do. And there we go. Now this is pretty good. 72 LTD, $2,500. Ah, yes. D sparks, plugs, and wires and inhibition could roto and cap. Well, I think we all know exactly what he's trying to say there. But you talk about an excellent White Lightning clone right there. 2,500 is a little bit steep. I didn't notice if that was a 400, and that it probably is. Because it is a fancy one. Yeah, it is. That's a 400. It's a good 400, but it's still a 400. But shoot, runs and drives, and new tires. I mean, I don't know. I'd wiggle them down a couple $100, but you could probably drive that sucker home. That's a pretty good deal. All right, what else we got here? Mm-hmm. What's this? Another 58 Fairlane. Must just be a day for that, I guess. It looks pretty sharp. $15,000 for this car. Oh no! In the ad, he says the price is $25,000 for that car. All right, so 25 is utterly insane. 15, he's never going to sell it. I don't know if it's crackhead pricing though. Like you could tell, look at this. See how the light is hitting this corner right here? And you can see the spider webbing in the lacquer paint. I mean, it says it's an older restoration. Drive good. Motors out of Thunderbird 312 V8. I mean, that's uh, like this. Like for $15,000, I think the guy could probably go put a $7 air filter in the car, or maybe he can't. You're going to get in this car, you're going to drive it, and it is going to be mechanically completely screwed. That's it. It looks pretty. Someone fixed this thing up. They put the roll and pleat and everything because that was the thing to do. And then they drove it to their local cruise night until they died, and then it sat. That's the story on this car. Ugh. You can't use a car like that. It takes a ton of work to make an old car actually reliable. What's this? 68 Chrysler 300 convertible. This is for sale again, not taking offers. This will run till sold. Forever cars last forever somewhere. So this seems like a perfectly mentally stable individual. It's a convertible. That makes it worth something. It was listed 9 weeks ago that we can see. And that means, nobody wants it. And what he should do is go, maybe I'm too high on the price instead of, I'm not taking any offers. That's not the way the market works. So he'll die with this, but that's okay. I'll pick it up for scrap money whenever he's done. It is a 300. These cars are worth a little bit. There is some following for them, but there's a CUDA in front of it. Okay, the CUDA that's a whole nother ball game, right? This car is not as desirable as a CUDA. So you just got to understand that. Like the car's worth something, but I bet you if you tried to look up when the last one sold, I bet it didn't sell for much because it's a big old land yacht. It's cool. I like it, but that's just kind of nuts. All right, here we go. So let's get it. Here's a higher end car. 68 GTO, two-door, hardtop. Of course, it's 400, power steering and air. Lots of new parts installed. Financing available. Well, that's terrifying. So since this is a car lot, I would love to pick this car apart, and I think I will before somebody gets financed to death on it. All right, at a glance here, I can see that the Enduro front bumper is whacked. It's got paint chipping off of it, meaning it was not prepped correctly and it was not processed right, and that's why the paint isn't adhering to it. That's a very common mistake. The gap on the fitment on the front of it is all over the place, which is pretty common, but usually indicative of the core support rotting out of the car. I can see bubble rust on the underneath the GTO emblem on the deck lid, and also on the left side. Again, that's a very common rust spot for these cars. It holds water all along that back edge. The deck lid is misadjusted. It's got a repop bumper on it for sure. We got a 4-speed. All right, that makes it worth a little bit more. You would think that whoever is selling this, of course, it's probably a salesperson, and they don't know anything about anything other than they want your money. It doesn't say anything about it. It doesn't say if it's a Muncie or what. Not that they would know anyway. They took it on trade after they thieved someone out of something, most likely. We got the 400-4 air cleaner decal. That's actually not appropriate for Pontiacs. That is a Buick decal that sometime in the 1990s was appropriated to that. Now, I see some weird things going on here that I'm trying to wrap my head around. We got a vintage air setup, so it's not factory air. The engine's been spray bombed 900 times, and those are not Pontiac valve covers. Those are Mr. Gasket valve covers, cheap ass stuff. Same with the air cleaner, the breather. It should have chrome valve covers from the factory, but not those. There's air conditioning stuff routed over here, a big block off plate on the firewall. We got a Corvette master cylinder on it, kind of strange. Must be some aftermarket disc brake conversion, most likely. Yeah, that's it. Those are all the pictures you get for a car they want $36,500 for. The car could be worth that at auction, but as far as retail price goes, unless it was something special and they had a PHS report done on the car and, were able to prove that, hey, it's a real goat, prove any options, strange options it has, not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So we got a few people in there said they don't think it's a GTO, and I don't either. I think there's enough things going on here. It's got the GTO door panels. It's got the GTO nose. Now in 68, the arrowhead on the quarter is correct, and it does have the correct 68 fender emblem. But they did, why aren't they showing the why aren't they showing the VIN? I mean, that would tell you right there. If it's a 242 car, it'd be good. And if you were selling a GTO for $36,000, don't you think you would show that it's a 242 VIN car? No, they're hiding something. Yep, that's a scam. Somebody should go look at that. Where is it at? Maybe I'll go look at it. I got nothing going tomorrow. Cameron? Maybe. Holy God. Okay. Have we found our first real crackhead? This could be a crackhead. $40,000. Now, this could be worth it. All right. There's a fine line here. Let's see here. It's a 62 Biscayne two-door sedan powered by a 409 Borg-Warner T10 and a Positrack rear axle. Originally a 6-cylinder car. It was a frame-off restoration, 380 horse with single carb. Everything is new or rebuilt. I mean, it's nice. It's a damn nice car. It really is. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that a $40,000? It's cool. It's cool as hell. Oh, look at that. This thing is badass. That is a badass car. But is it $40,000? I don't think so. I think 20, 25, maybe. I get it. Again, this guy's absolutely got $40,000 wrapped up in this car. There's no doubt about it. You can tell he's been through every single nut and bolt on the thing. Although the steering box is just pissing fluid everywhere or something. It's not spotless under here. But, it's a nice car. It really is. I wouldn't call this guy a crackhead because clearly he was able to put together a pretty nice car. But 40 grand is way too much for that. You can sometimes get your money back out of a car, but it just doesn't happen that often. What I got to click on this just because what the hell is this thing? 305 more 30 over. Run good. That's the only picture you get. I mean, why would you want any other pictures of this? Clearly, it's just a normal vehicle. Why would you photograph anything extra? But at least it's got a 30 over 305 in it. All right, what else we got here? 64 Comet. Is this my dad's old car? No. I don't think so. Hang on, I got to see the interior real quick. No, it's not. All right, so this is a Crackhead right here, I believe. K code 4-barrel engine. It's a cool car, bucket seats. Uh, Console, power steering, has lots of pep. Previously, owner mentioned a cam, but no documentation. It does have a nice lope. Well, it either does or it doesn't, and if you know anything at all about anything, you would be able to tell. It's got stickers all over it, which means it's really fast. I did not check many electronics, but several items are working. Okay, how many electronics are in a 64 Mercury Comet? It's got what, like headlights, turn signals, um, and an AM radio. The dome light works. It's missing the cover. So what? This person doesn't even know anything about anything? Well, that's obvious. Um, Solid-ish. Like that car. Oh, no, it isn't. Fuck no, it isn't. Oh, floor pans are rusty. It's been patched up. Oh, yeah, floors are. I mean, it wouldn't scare me off, but for $10,000, holy God, look at that! Look at that! Oh, this lady's completely insane. Totally insane. Body is structurally sound, with the exception of the trunk pan and rear frame rails. Well, other than half of the fucking car, yes, this thing's solid as a brick. What the? Oh my God. You know what? I'm going to send a message. I just want you to know that you are completely insane. To know that you are completely out of your mind. Thanks. There we are. And perfect. Now, yeah, I mean, what a beauty that thing is. Wow. Holy shit, that thing's worth about $1,500. Maybe. Or parts. Probably parts. That was a good one. We found it. All right, what else we got? All right, here's a 74 Plymouth Fury for $14,500. Now, I'm only clicking on this because, I mean, look, it's not that the car couldn't be worth it. It's that it's a 69 Plymouth Fury that, those cars just generally aren't worth $14,000. You could tell right away that the paint isn't great. Possibly original, though. 318, it says. Yeah, it looks to be the case. And the top's got a hole in it, so having a top put on that thing is going to be very expensive. That's about a football field worth of canvas. Oh, and I think she messaged back. Oh, she said, huh? She said, huh, to the Comet for her being completely out of her mind. Strange. Strange. She, huh? I don't know. I think it's worth $10,000. I don't even know what engine it is, but I think it's worth $10,000. Watch Barrett Jackson once. There you are. What else we got here? 65 Bonneville. That Fury, I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's convertible. 14. It's probably worth closer to 10, but hell, they got to start somewhere, All right, here we go. This guy's insane. This is I'll just call it right now. Crackhead, for sure. 65 Pontiac Bonneville. This one was only listed 4 days ago, so maybe we could see if I'm wrong. But if anybody disagrees with me, why don't you pony up and go pay $10,000 for this piece of shit? It doesn't run. It's whacked in the hood. It's got spray paint all over it. It's got definitely an older Earlshire paint job on it. It's got the give me a ticket red going on. Cool car. 65 Bonneville's a beautiful car. but that's not this guy's doing. New tires and brakes, newer tires and brakes, tune up, newer fuel pump, front wheels off a 70s Camaro. Well, that's a selling point. I mean, you know what I've always wanted is they're not off a 70s Camaro, dumbass. They're Chevy Rally wheels. Power steering, power brakes, air conditioning, fender skirts, dual exhaust, and remote mirror. Oh my God. Well, let me tell you. Interior in original, very nice shape. AC, heat do not work. Horn don't work. Wipers don't work. Will run on starting fluid. Getting up and going this week. Drives okay other than that. Very little rust. Here it goes. I don't want to sell this car, but need money bad. Would love to trade for a lesser car and maybe $4 or $5 in cash. What's a lesser car to this piece of shit? Like, well, like one that's half of one or something. It doesn't run. That car is maybe worth $2,500, $3,000. It's a 4-door Bonneville. If it was a 2-door, might be worth something, but it's not. Here's another one up Jesse's alley. Let's take a look at this. What do we got here? All right, I see half of a fender. Rough old car. I mean, I feel like he tried to buy this already, but he didn't for some reason. I wonder why. It's cheap enough. It's not that far away. Engine appears to be stuck. Front wheels roll. Rears are stuck. I mean, that is a pile of shit, but he also likes to buy piles of shit, so I don't know. It's probably worth it to him. What else we got here? Hey, there's a potentially a good deal here. 73 Malibu SS, no motor, no trans, no title. Needs floor pans. Nah. I was hoping to see a Laguna front end. There is, if you look in the background here, there's a 70 to 72 Pontiac A-body. Interesting. I mean, it looks decent enough. I don't think it's worth $2,000 though. Not as a roller. The title thing is not really a problem. Then the floors are bad. They are gone. Oh, all 4 are gone. Daylight through every one. That's a shame, but I don't know, $1,000. I think I would give $1,000 for that car. What else we got? Come on now. Here's another nice car. 67 Firebird. Older restoration. Solid hot rod 468. So it's got a big block Chevy in it, which means it's worthless. And I know they don't understand this. But a lot of older guys will do this, and I don't know why they do. I don't think they really know how engines work, so they just, a big engine make go fast now. Has low miles since engine and trans rebuild. That's not that's a Pontiac motor in there. No, it is. It's 468. That's an odd displacement to come out with on a Pontiac. Now, hell. Now, $35,000 is insane. Like, come on, stuff like this. You got to get rid of the chump-ass Grant GT steering wheel. I have that same steering wheel on my Mustang, but it's not worth $35,000. You want $35,000 for that car, it's got to be original. It's got to be perfect, like in every way. That's the only way these cars are worth anything. Otherwise, you got a $20,000 car. But it is a nice car. Here we go. We could be onto something here. California Custom 4-door chop top with shaved hood, deck, and doors. Stock running gear, 3 on the tree with overdrive. Accepting reasonable offers. Well, sir, your asking price is completely unreasonable at $24,000. It's got a wheel chock behind it, so something doesn't work. What the hell does a California Custom mean, for one? It's a 4-door for 2. Does it have side glass? That's something I would like to know. Why are only the front windows down? I would assume it does. And there's 4 pictures. You get 4 pictures of the same side of the car because he's too lazy or it doesn't run. He can't pull it out. and it's in this hot rod black primer crap that hides everything. So you're buying it, you know it's a pile of shit. And he wants 24 grand for it. And he's probably sitting around. He's one of those, he's probably like, these people, they're just tire kickers. They don't want to buy nothing on the marketplace. And he wants 50 grand or 24 grand for that. Somebody said something about a Trans Am. I guess I missed it. What else we got here? There's a Cougar for $25,000. Runs and drives. Needs minor electric work. That could be worth it. I don't know. Is it an XR7? No. Again, okay. What is the mindset behind? I want $25,000 for a car. I'm going to take 3 pictures that are the exact same picture. Not show the engine, the interior, the back of the car, under the car, different 4 corner shots. What is the deal here? Like, it's not rocket science. Okay, you figured out how to put these 3 on. I imagine you could probably put more on. But therein I answered my own question, didn't I? Anyway, what's this? 67. Oh my God. Crackhead alert. Alert, alert. Ring the bell. I'm going to get a bell for next time. Look at that. A 4-door Post Tempest for $23,500. All original. 1960. It's all original. Can't you guys see how original this car is? Other than the paint and the wheels and all the chrome stick-on bullshit all over it. It's very original. Under 50,000 original miles. Original 327 engine. Well, they never came with 327s, so that is just fucking shocking, isn't it? Amazing. Automatic transmission. Runs and drives great with lots of power. Oh, yeah. So it's going to have a 326 in it if it's original. And a 326 Pontiac is not exactly something I would say has lots of power. But look how original it is, except for that aftermarket radio, the tack, the gauge under the dash. I'm going to guess something's been updated in here, too. The seat doesn't look quite right. And he never shows the engine. So, yeah, it's pretty much $23,500 for a 4-door Post. I might as well go take that 64 Malibu I just did and throw it out there for $15,000. I mean, hell, it's worth it. Clearly. Hell, it's all original. That 4-door car is probably worth a lot closer to $7,500. I'm looking at this for me, not for a crackhead purpose. That car is worth $500 all day long. No motor, very unfortunate, but there's a lot of good parts on that thing. Parts I could use. Where the hell is this? Princeton? Shoot, it's got a gas tank. Those gas tanks are hard to come by. Oh my God. Well, yeah, I might still need that. I don't know. That front bumper, I can't tell, but I think it looks good. It's not a 2+2, guys. This is a Catalina. You see how the roof is different? It's got a formal roof. A Catalina could also have a fastback like the 2+2, but they're a little more rare that way. But mine is a fastback, so almost nothing on the back half of that car would work, but some of it would. That's not a bad deal though. $500 for parts. That's a good deal. That's one of those things, man. I just kind of pick them up whenever I see them. This is potentially a good deal. I know it seems expensive, but it is a 70 Challenger. Damn. 70 Dodge Challenger, originally a 318 3-speed, currently a 364 speed. Clean title, comes with the original flat hood and the rally hood. Well, I mean, you got to have the rally hood. And it comes with lower quarter skins. Wow. Look at that thing. Look at the amount of pictures. Look at these very detailed pictures that it has. All right, we got a corner shot, we got a front shot, we got a back shot. We're moving around the car. You're getting to see every inch of the car. We got the pistol grip. Looks like pretty good floor pans. I tell you what, I mean, I didn't think you could get a hold of a 70 Challenger for even I mean, 25 grand is a lot of money, but that's a lot of car too. I wonder what that used to mean. BRG. Ah, military. Yep. That's pretty cool. Now, whoever's got this car, good job. That's pretty freaking awesome. And if I had the money, I would be all over that rather than building the heap of one I've got, because I'd probably be money ahead to start with this instead of that basket case I've got. That's, oh man, god dang it. Am I going to have to go to the bank? God, that's dream car stuff, man. Talk me out of it, guys. Is that it's a lot of money. That's way more. That's more than I've ever spent on anything ever. But it's cool. Can I like favorite these or something? So I don't lose it. I guess as long as I look it up. Man, that thing's been for sale for 5 weeks. Is there something I'm missing here? People say, you don't have $25,000. No, I don't. Do you? Cash? Favorite is left of share. All right, hang on. I'm going back to it real quick. Oh, yeah, I see. Sorry. Saved. All right. At least I've got that now. Hopefully that guy doesn't watch this and realize that I want that car. I'm going to have him maybe tell me how the underside of it is. I really think I'd be money ahead on that over the one I have, though. No, I am kind of broke, honestly, at the moment. You guys are going to see why coming soon, but I had to raise some funds for something I'm doing. But that's like, I mean, we're doing just fine financially. We're totally fine, but I just, you know, I got a big thing coming down in New Mexico, and you guys are gonna know all about it. Let's see. Okay, here's a crackhead. Let's get back on the crackhead stuff. All right. Enough positive vibes and legitimate car shopping. Let's eviscerate this son of a bitch. All right, so we got a 72 Chevelle four-door Post. Runs and drives great. Had a rebuilt motor when I bought it. I took the engine out and painted the engine and bay. Has a brand new Bluetooth radio and speakers. Good for daily driver. It's not show quality. It's also a four-door, dumbass. It's not worth anything. These aren't even good four doors. Okay, these cars are worth nothing. The 64 to 7A body is at least you know, acceptable as a four door. The wheelbase is the same, but the 68 72, the wheelbase grows like 4 inches over the two door, and they look weird. You got a late model center bolt valve cover engine in it of some kind. He doesn't specify. It's 305 or 350, something like that. I mean, it's nice. It's a nice four door Malibu. And it's worth about $5,000. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. You're never going to get it's been listed for 19 weeks, almost 5 months. And you're never, ever, ever in a million years going to get that kind of money for a four-door 72 Chevelle. It's not going to happen. That car was a parts car for a long time for a reason. Oh, what do we got here? This has got some potential, maybe. 67 Olds 98, 425 engine super rocket. Runs and drives, has title. And it's got some wheels. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look how unglossy that paint is. I mean, you can't see anything in it. That is a step below Earlshine. That's he paid some guy to paint it in this housing unit thing's parking lot. Oh, but it's got the Super Rocket 425, like every fucking one of them does. What? Okay. Yeah, it's not special. That car's worth $2,500. Completely, utterly insane. Oh, this one, look. This would be one of those scam car sales places. Look at this. Look at this friggin' KCClassicAuto.com. Okay. Yeah, right. You really think 50 grand. But hey, we put this chick. All right. We'll put this chick in the picture here. And that's going to make them click. Okay. And that's going to make some crusty, decrepit old Viagra popping man go, yeah, that's what I need. Then that chick will like me. That's just not. I mean, look, I don't know what the hell this thing's worth. It's a Post again. A good race car, I guess, but that's not a race car. It's too nice to be a race car. It's got some big motor in it, some big. No, I don't even care. This is terrible. I bet they offer financing, though, and it's totally not a scam. Let's see. What else we got? I might be bordering on the fringes of libel and slander with some of this, but that's okay. I don't mind. I don't like car dealerships. I don't like car salesmen. All right, what's this? 61 Falcon Pro Touring. Oh my God. Look at this ad. It's all in caps, all of it. Alexa, write ad for Facebook and buy bananas. This hog, yeah, Borther. Check it out. I could read this entire ad and yell the entire thing. I mean, look at this word soup. My guy, they're called paragraphs, okay? They weren't invented in the last 40 years. All right, everybody knows how to use them. You ever read a book? Probably not. But there's a lot of paragraphs in those. It's got a Chevy motor in it. It's got flame retardant wiring in it. Who cares? It's got a 350 in it with 2 4s. That's all of this. It's a 350 with 2 4s. Oh my God. $24,000 for that car. Yeah, okay, bud. Alrighty then. That's Yeah, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. This is potential though. 272 CUDAs for 18.5. Now, depending on what the other one looks like, I don't know. They're not my kind of cars. They really aren't. But they are cool and they are valuable. I don't know. I'm just kind of clicking on this in case someone's looking. I mean, look at all the parts this thing comes with. I feel like that isn't an unreasonable price to ask for those. They even come with 2 motors and a trans. So I don't feel like that's crazy for all of that stuff and 2 cars. Now, this is crazy. This is completely insane. I had a 75 Corvette. It was probably nicer than this car. And I sold it for $7,500 because nobody wants any Corvette built from 1974 to 1982. They're worthless. And they're always owned by old guys who don't know how to work on them. And they never have brakes, ever. They just don't because they sit all the time. And those cars have lip seals in the calipers that just don't hold up, blah, blah, blah. You guys have seen it on the channel many, many times, me fixing decrepit Corvette. Look at this close-up of the door gap. What does this tell you? Look at this. I could throw an entire dog through that top of that door gap, but at the bottom it's closed. Okay, what is he trying to show here? The Stingray emblem, and inadvertently showing that, hey, this car's a piece of shit. This like the Dunlop GT qualifiers. They haven't made those tires since Bill Clinton was in office. Why are you? This car is not worth anything near that. No expense spared on the maintenance of this car. Well, the tires would be one thing. That'd be one thing that was not maintained. Completely insane. I have built better cars than that in my sleep and then sold them for about a fourth as much because I'm not criminally insane. Oh, here's that car dealership again. Look, column shift 69 Roadrunner. Look at cool. You know this guy wears a flat bill hat. And look, girl, if you buy a car for $67,000, you can have girl. Look here. Take a Viagra and come on down today. No, this is just, God, pathetic and disgusting. Ugh. Oh, crackhead? 87 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Extremely clean, inside and out. 4.3 V6. $15,000 for a V6 87 Monte Carlo. I don't even know where to begin here. Okay, it's again clearly a nice car. It's very nice. It's clean, very clean. It's not worth anywhere near that amount of money. That's not like 50. People are saying 1,500. It's worth more than that. I mean, that's they're joking. This car is worth, I don't know, like maybe 5, depending on the mileage. I mean, it would be kind of cool to have a all original older car like that. But 15 is completely insane. Let's see. What else we got here? All right, I'm going to up the year. Let's go into the 70s. I think if you just type in a year, Facebook will kind of automatically put you into that decade. Ah, yes, I already see completely insane people. All right, where do we start? Let's start with the Cougar. All right, so we've got really dumb, huge torque thrust wheels. Yeah, that's great. Husband can't get in and out of it due to several back surgeries, but has he heard about the car dealership local that sells girl car? You buy car, girl, now there. Now, he's already aware. He's got a Hummer. This is, yeah, I mean, it's a car. Look at the paint. That's not good. It's trash, actually. I bet if you looked at that in person, it would be quite rough. It's not a bad car. Runs good. Comes with a car cover, so it hasn't been driven ever. And a car like that is worth $5,000. That's a $5,000 car. It's a 72 Cougar. Nobody wants a 72 Cougar. Doesn't say what motor's in it. Maybe if it's got a 429 in it or something, but it doesn't. It's not even an XR7. What's this? 72 Chevrolet. This is a go fast deal. It's all toggle switches and duct tape inside, so that's what we're looking at right now. 454 motor. That's a pretty serious looking unit there. Let's see. I guess you guys can probably hear that. Good. Sounds tough, but I don't know if it's $16,000 tough. It sounds like I've got a little cam in it. And, nice picture through the back showing the oil smoke filling the back of the wagon there. That's good. Bunch of duct tape. And it's all this go fast shit all over it, which I guess is fine. That doesn't really add to value though. You go fast race car guys, you know, you don't ever get what you got in amount. Um, yeah, that's not worth anywhere near that amount of money. That's no way, no way. A lot closer to whatever the engine's worth. That's about what that car is worth. Here's a lunatic for sure. All right, 72 Pontiac Catalina. Aftermarket LED headlights and 18-inch Riddler wheels. Well, that immediately ruins the value of the car. Good job, son. You can tell that one is out of adjustment because he broke the plastic adjusting screw. What else we got here? I mean, Earl Scheid paint job for sure. Got a lot of flake in it though. Yep, it's pretty horrible. Yep, could be big pimping in that thing. What do we got? Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad old car, but $18,000 is way too much for that. Yeah, that's not worth anywhere near that amount of money. Sorry, but I don't know. What is that thing worth? It's probably, I mean, how much is that Catalina worth? It's probably 5, 6, maybe. Again, it's a worthless car. Just because something's old doesn't mean it's valuable. Now, this, on the other hand, that is a fine collector's machine there. Look at that. Oh, it's an 81 Chevette powertrain. I wouldn't tell anybody about that. That's wow. 7,500. I mean, I just look at this and I'm like, who the hell is buying that? Nobody's buying that, are they? It's cool. I think it's really neat. But $7,500 is a lot of damn money. No way. What else we got here? 71 AM. Is this a real AMX? Brakes went out in it. 3-speed. Got the rim blow in it. 25,000 or best offer for a 70 AMX that doesn't have brakes and needs restoration. It's cool. It's a 390. So that car is worth quite a bit of money. It's very rare, very desirable, very sought after. However, is it that sought after? I think the high side of that car is probably like 30, maybe, and that's done. I mean, that is restored and finished. That car is done. I don't. The 30, maybe 40. I don't know. The car's probably worth 10, though. That's a very rare car. You're not just going to go find one of those like you would most of these four-door turds. '67 Bel Air four-door, all original car. Runs and drives, is ready for some TLC. Needs some metal bodywork. Oh, this is one of those for that stupid ghost TV show thing that everybody was into for a little while there. That's why he thinks it's worth $7,000. He even says that Supernatural fans, if you're looking for a metallic car, but yeah, that one was a hard top. This is a post. No, he doesn't know anything. If you're going to try to reference a TV show or a movie with your car, this is no. I was going to say it's a Dirty Mary Crazy Larry car, but even that one was a hard top. This is still a post. That is a $2,000 car, maybe. I mean, maybe. Depending how rotten it is. Those things have terrific frame rot issues. I might be interested in this, though. 77 Firebird, $2,100. 305 Chevy, that would be factory. Turbo 350. Has driven the car a little, needs the brakes bled. $2,100 for that? That's a steal. Car will start and run, needs a carb kit. Pretty firm on the price. You should be firm on the price. I mean, it's rusty, it needs quarters, but that is a good deal. I mean, it desperately needs quarters. I see why the asking price is low, And it's a Chevy power plant, but it's original. It's not like someone shoved it in there. Interior's halfway decent. I mean, livable. And here's, I'm glad he's got the back seat out of it, because those cars are notorious for the front spring perch poking up through the bottom of the seat there. And that all looks decent. That's a good buy for somebody. Again, this car ain't going to last. If you want this car, all right, this guy, Kenny, selling this, he's a reasonable man. You can tell. What you got to do is just go buy it. Get out, just hook up your trailer and cruise out there and hand the man money. That's how you sell it. That's how you get that car. And that, and then first thing I would do is throw the 305 away and put a Pontiac in it, but, or just drive it for a little while. What the hell? That's a good deal. $2,100 for that. That's a good deal. All right, how long have I been doing this thing? How long have we been live here? I don't even know. I mean, I get so caught up talking to you guys. It's been an hour and 10, hour and 11. So I'll probably wrap it up soon, because I wouldn't mind going and having some supper at some point here. But let's find a couple more. All right, what's this? This is catching my eye. All right, we got a 77 Vet. Oh, it's got a shotgun scoop cut into the middle of the cowl hood. It's got a thin blue line sticker on the fender. Oh, yeah. She's got the Earlshire paint job that, every single reflection in it in the picture is blurred and not crisp or sharp at all. That's, yeah. Those Cooper Cobra GTS tires, those are from the Clinton administration. Cash Talks will not deal with lowballers. No lowballers. I know what I got. We found him. It's got 13-to-1 compression, supposedly, so it's useless. Congratulations. And an Edelbrock carburetor. Oh, yeah, I totally believe that this has a 412 cubic inch small block with this cam, 535 lift, 285, 280 duration, and 13-to-1 compression. That, and then it's running a 600 Edelbrock on it. Like, no, it isn't. And you think this shotgun scoop thing is going to breathe? No. It's a pile. I got this car in a trade from Mitchell, South Dakota. Well, that matters. That's very relevant to the situation. So that's a very nice $4,000 Corvette you have there, sir. I hope you have it forever, because you will. All right, what else we got here? This that looks familiar. All right, let's see how this is compared to my Torino, because my Torino is very nice. Fantastic driver quality. Mine is probably a little better than that. I mean, his definition is different than mine. I can see the scuffs in the paint from his potato picture. It has SS stripes on it. Oh, why? That's awful. Please don't do that. So it needs painted. So you're looking at $5,000 right there. Very little rust. It's a 400. It has a framed Marty report. Okay, these cars aren't that special, dude. Settle down. Got the amber bright headlights. Please, again, no. Look at how bad these stripes are. I can see it in the picture that the driver's side stripe is shorter than the passenger side stripe. That's not an illusion. It is actually shorter. You couldn't even wash the thing before you asked $17,000 for it either. I mean, for God's sake, maybe get something other than your, iPhone 1 take a picture with. Listed 24 weeks ago, by the way, so that's should tell you everything you need to know. That car is worth every bit of $5,000, maybe $6,000. I mean, it's not that nice. That's all vinyl dyed. That's been rattle canned. Spot that a mile away. It's got the wrong seats in it. It's got Pro Car seats in it. So that's a huge detriment because the original buckets are where the money's at. Look at the rot in this wheel well. Look at that. That is all mud. This whole car is mud. You can see I could peel this car like an orange. Look at that. Look at the orange peel. If you can see it in a photograph, how bad do you think it is? I mean, my God. That's utterly insanity. That car's worth $5,000. That's what that is. That's a $5,000 car. If I were to sell my Torino, if I had to sell it, I never will. I love that car. But my blue Torino, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to watch the regular videos, I guess. But that car, if I were to sell that car tomorrow and I had to get some money for it, I would list it for $20,000. And it is 100 times the car that is. Oh, what's this? Could this be? And no, I know you guys are going to misunderstand me, and I'm going to get 500 emails. Well, I'll give you 20 grand for that car. No, I'm not selling it. I won't. I mean, if I was like dead broke, I would. But I'm not there yet. I'm working on it. That's a pretty nice car. 70 Le Mans. You can tell it's whacked in the quarter panel. Oh, the fender's rotted off of it. There's a blood stain on the ground next to it. That's always a good sign. The top is down in every picture. All three of them. Again, this guy wants 24 grand for a car and puts 3 pictures of it up. And all 3 of them show problems with the car. This door is all mud. This fender's rotten. And this quarter's whacked. Over here, it's wrinkled. It could be decent. Again, and I don't know, but that car's worth, 10, maybe. Runs and drives great. I beg to differ. Yeah, and it doesn't even tell you it was a sport, so it's at least a 350 Pontiac, but it'll be a 2-barrel would be the base engine in that car. Somebody said no engine pics. That's a crackhead. We've had a lot of crackheads this, and I really hope they all see me doing this. And I hope that there's 4,000 of us in here roughly. We all think you're stupid, okay? I just want you to know that. From me to you. You're dumb. Oh, yes. Yes. I don't even know what these things are worth. I can't fathom paying that kind of money for a car. It's cool, though. I mean, just look at that thing. Look at all the switches. I mean, I know it's not an Aston, but I would still feel like James Bond in that. That is amazing. But again, I don't know. If I'm asking $117,000 for a car, I might say more than family owned since 1966. Okay. How about, does it run? Drive? What's in it? What services has it had done? I don't know. Just something that comes to mind to me that maybe someone willing to invest $117,000 into a car might need a little enticing. Somebody wanted me to click on a Datsun. Was it this? This 210? Don't tell me you actually like these things. Doesn't mean it's a reasonable price, I think. Not running. Engine is good. It turns over. New carb. He'll trade it for a small running vehicle. I mean, I don't know the first thing about these, but $1,200 seems pretty reasonable, and it's been listed for 14 weeks. Hell, you could probably go give them $600-700 for that thing. It would be fun enough, if you're a YouTuber like me. That'd probably make a great video because that's an oddball car, right? It's kind of what we all go for. That is it's got some potential there. It's not in bad shape. Huh. Okay, I get it. I see why someone wanted me to click on that. That's kind of cool. I get it. All right, what else we got here? I'm gonna do like two more. Two more. All right, here we go. This is a good starter. We got the Laguna S3 for $20,000. He has over $30,000 invested into this car somehow. How? How the hell do you have $30,000 in this car, sir? New suspension, shocks, A-arms, tie rods, brake lines, exhaust mufflers, 383 blueprint stroker engine, rear end, whatever. You're insane and not very good with your money. You obviously paid someone to do this because otherwise there's no way you have 30. Even buying all the new stuff, even buying the blueprint engine, they're not that much. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you're you're just not very wise is what the problem here is, and that's not our problem as buyers. Okay, you're not smart. We understand that. Okay, and that's fine. You have fiberglass in the floorboards of the car and pop rivets. Look at that. Look at this. It's That's all pop rivets and fiberglass mat on a car you want $20,000 for, and you claim to have 30,000 in. Now look, I do this kind of shit all the time, but I don't ask $20,000 for the car when I'm done. Okay, there's a bunch of bills. Cool, man. Is that why you got to sell it? You're getting way behind on stuff. Like this is absolutely criminally stupid. At least he took some good pictures. It's a 74 Laguna. I mean, like, they're a somewhat valuable car. And is it a Laguna? It's got a column shift. That car is worth $5,000. I mean, minus the engine. Again, this is another one he'd be better off pulling this blueprint engine, which is, I'm sure it's very nice. Yank that out, sell it separately, and then sell the car for $2,500, and then never touch a car again because you don't know what you're doing. Oh, there's that DeSoto again, the one that was confused as to why I told her she was out of her mind. 71 Torino. What do we got? Oh, this is the same scam place as the that GTO. Oh, perfect. 68 G. They were the ones that 68 GTO. That was definitely a Le Mans. All right. First off, first impressions, guys. Look at the emblems. Look at this. FORD. Okay, this is wrong. All right, you only want $26,000 for the 71 Torino with a 302 in it. Nothing special. Those are AutoZone mailbox letters, like the chrome letters that you can buy at AutoZone individually. FORD. That's what those are. All of those. You got to be shitting me. That is insane. It's clean. Column shift automatic, 302, nothing special. We've got the Chinese garbage HEI distributor jammed in there. They are so lazy at this car dealership, they can't even put the air cleaner on straight. Look at that. Like, and they got this crappy 10-inch Edelbrock air cleaner on there. Manual steering, or manual brake, power steering, air conditioning. Guarantee it doesn't work. Hey, look. They put a picture of the VIN of this one, but not the GTO. This place is shady as hell. Man, we need to pay them a visit. We should go candid camera on that shit. All right. One more. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Here we are. 64 Dodge Polara. Mechanically, almost brand new. Brakes completely rebuilt with new brake lines. Engine is a rebuilt 413 with a nice cam. Rebuilt transmission with upgraded clutches and torque converter. The only thing they haven't touched is the rear end and the rest of the car. 14 grand listed 13 weeks ago. Okay, see here, bud? One, your wheels don't add anything to the value. They make me laugh at it. Two, if it's been up for 14 weeks and nobody's, interested, clearly, then maybe it's time to lower the price and throw those 20-inch wheels in the dumpster where they belong. It's a cool car. It's rusty. It's terrible. All the wheels have been very bad today. You're right. There's a comment about that. The wheels are rough. Man, God, look at, I mean, who looks at that and is like, that looks good? No, it doesn't. It looks like shit. All right. Oh, well, hang on. 65 Chevy Impala project piece, 283 engine, two door, original engine and transmission. Have bill of sale from purchase. No title as of yet. Will deliver. Um. All right. So let's break this down, guys. 65 Impala. It's a fastback. All right. It's a 283 two barrel, which is not a good thing. They list it as if it is. That's not anything special or good at all. You can tell the rear window frame is completely gone because there isn't one. Well, there it is. It fell out. Um, there we go. I mean, you can see these people that are clueless standing around it. They have no idea what they're looking at. Like, I don't know. Does it turn? Like, it's all sitting wide open. This car is a great car for $500 or $700. It's whacked pretty hard in that right front. Like, that's pretty bad. That car is completely insane. I mean, this is actually this is the most crackhead of the crackheads that I've seen thus far. And it's because it's a reasonable price. I feel like some of these other people are just these old guys that fight with their wives constantly, and they don't actually want to sell the car. They put a stupid price on it so that they can say, "Well, I'm trying to sell the car, but nobody's got any money," kind of thing. This car is listed for a price that a reasonable working person could afford, but hopefully wouldn't get suckered into by this absolute. I mean, that car's scrap metal. Frankly, to a lot of people, that car is basically scrap metal or parts. I mean, it's got some glass and stuff. Would I put it back on the road? I would for $500 or $700. Not anywhere near that much. Now, hang on. Is this a good deal? 71 El Camino, parting or selling whole. Quarter panel is good. Good doors, chrome. No pictures, but okay. So like that, $600 for that car. Does it have the motor in it? Like, if it comes with the motor and stuff, that's not a bad deal. I would buy that. That's pretty good. The red ZR1 Vet looked nice. I didn't see any ZR1 Vets. That would have been that's probably Facebook's, auto titling thing because they didn't make ZR1s. All of these Corvettes are insane. I already know that. That's a given. Okay, this is not. Everybody knows it. Uh, will need a tow. Runs and drives. Been sitting for 15 years. $14,500 for a '79 Corvette. The one that I traded to Buff was nicer than this car. I mean, it worked. It drove. Clearly, he's driving it. This is, you know, that's garbage. That car's worth $3,000. Nobody wants a turtleback Corvette. They don't. Here's an 81 for 14,500. This looks infinitely better than that car. I mean, did they do any research at all? New T-tops, brakes, pads, rotors, lines on all four wheels, tune-up, and side pipes. The side pipes are worth something. And the 81 has such a better looking butt on it. Radial GTS Stinger tires. Never heard of those. But that's a nice car, okay? I mean, top dollar on an 81 Corvette is probably close to $14,000. And that would be like super nice. Absolutely needs nothing at all. This car seems pretty nice. The master cylinder looks older. The air cleaner is, again, put on wrong. I don't know why people do that, but I mean, I'm sure it needs a few things, but maybe you could talk them down to 12 grand or something, and you end up with a nice Corvette. Like that's an okay starting point for that car. This is not. That is insane, completely insane. Go to jail. Now, somebody said something about Chevettes are very expensive or something. This is a Chevette. Obviously, don't read Marketplace. It doesn't know anything. Um, there's two cars, two Chevettes for $2,500. These cars are not worth anything. I don't know. I don't know where you thought you knew this information, but nobody wants a Chevy Chevette at all. If you do, why don't you go buy these right here? They're down in Lake of the Ozarks. This one car, it don't look half bad. I mean, it was parked in 95 to do the timing belt, and looks like it probably never got done. That was the death of many of those cars, was the timing belt. Unfortunately, I mean, they're not a bad car. Chevette's not a bad car. It's just, who the hell wants a Chevette? Um, yeah. All right. You know what? That was a good time. That was fun, and I think that's going to do it for this edition of Crackheads of Marketplace. I'm glad to get back to this. I'd like to do them more because I legitimately think, especially in my local marketplace area, that people will get scared to ask too much money for cars, and that helps us all, right? All right. Anyway, we're going to see you guys next time. Poverty Tour is Monday. I'm going to be in Joplin Sunday night, getting settled in. We're going to go out to eat somewhere, have a few drinks, whatever. I'll probably let you guys know. We'll just go take over someplace and have a good time. If you're going on Poverty Tour, I'll see you Monday morning. Be there if my car makes it.